Hello, hi guys. My name is Pelisa Mafunda, and we are on day 5 on the strategy on how you can achieve your financial goals. So today we're talking about, okay, let's just first do a recap on what we spoke about, or on what I spoke about on the past 4 days. So on day 1 we said you must write down your plan, write it in details, and then on day 2 we spoke about visualizing your plan. We mentioned the advantages of doing the visualization, the meditation, and the affirmations. And then on day 3, we spoke about starting with your short-term goals to boost your momentum, and then we also spoke about aligning your goals into your budget. And then on day 4, we spoke about automation, setting up those debit orders, and then doing those stop orders. We also mentioned the advantages of a stop order and the kind of a disadvantage. It's not really that much of a disadvantage. It's something that needs a bit of a discipline of the debit order. And then today we're speaking about creating a second income, trying to find a second income to boost your income. So we all know that we live in the trying times, if I can say it like that. It's the trying times. Everybody is just trying to survive, to get to the next day until it's the month end, and then get paid, and then after 3 days your salary is like done, and it's kind of really difficult to stretch your salary. So what is it that you can do? You can try and see, learn a new skill on that's going to help you in terms of creating a second income. You can also like try and sell. There are a lot of companies that have good credibility where you can sell their products, and then you get paid commission. I know people always, like, they say they don't know how to sell, and I honestly do not believe that is true. I think it's just the mindset is not ready for them. They're just not ready to sell, and they looking at selling. Maybe they undermining it or what. I don't know what is I really don't know what is the perception of people around selling, but I always hear people saying, I am unable to sell, I can't sell anything. I don't think that is true. And the truth is, sales is one of the most paying jobs, or yes, it's one of the most paying jobs, and people who are in sales will always be needed in the job industry, because if you are in sales, you are you bringing income into the company. So if you sharpen your selling skills, you are most likely to like be well taken care of for a very long time, because any business, there is not even a single business that doesn't need a salesperson. So the attitude of saying you cannot sell, it really cannot take you anywhere, even if you want to start your own business, because you cannot say, I want to start my own business, and then the next thing you say you cannot sell. Who are you going to sell your business to? Because your business needs customers. So where I'm getting at with this thing is that when you try and find that extra income, do consider the sales. It doesn't have to be big sales, and it doesn't have to be sales by the company. It can be the sales by yourself. You can learn a skill, bake some cookies or scones or cakes, and learn to sell. That is now you creating a second income, something that is going to be your booster, your income booster, because you need it. If you were unable to reach your financial goals with your salary the previous year and the other years, let's just say, assuming you were a proper planner with a very disciplined mindset, but it was still very difficult to achieve what you wanted to achieve, or to start what you wanted to start, you obviously need a second income. So try and see what is it that you can do to earn a second income, something that you're going to be committed to and get to do it every day. And when you have found that thing and you can see it's bringing in that income, commit that money to something, because if you're just bringing in income just to make your life easy, you will not see the difference in that money. So you want to commit it into something, whether you're saying this money I'm going to save it and start using it on the 32nd and start using it when it has generated this amount of money, or it's going to be part of my money to build my emergency fund. Or you can even commit it to something that you do on monthly basis, like the transport money, and then you know that you're going to take off that transport money and redirect it to something else. But most importantly, find something that is going to give you a second income. It doesn't have to be something big. It doesn't have to be like you're starting a company, you're registering a company, you're doing these things, tax returns and what. It doesn't have to be something like that. It can be just a small thing, like baking, like making sandwiches and taking them to work, and then people know they're going to buy morning sandwiches from you to have their coffee at work. It can be buying a blender and selling smoothies, freshly made smoothies. I know people these days are trying to like live as healthy as possible, and with such little time, and sometimes being healthy needs you to have your time to prepare all those things. So you can easily say, okay, I'm selling smoothies, I'm going to bring them in the morning and all of those things. But just find something that can actually give you an additional income, so that you commit that additional income into working towards your financial goals. And guys, another thing, let's try in 2020 to minimize the risk taking in the money schemes. There's a whole lot of money schemes that are going around, and we know them, they are always there. And unless they really are working for you, I don't want to be judgmental, but unless they really are working for you, it's about time we start focusing on educating ourselves financially, or being literate about finances, and knowing that investment, it doesn't like take 2-3 days to give you a full maturity. If it does that, there's something that is not right, and you need to like pay attention to it. So we need to start investing on things that are really going to give us proper income, and that we're not going to live on edges, being worried. What if this thing is not here tomorrow? What am I going to do if it doesn't happen tomorrow? We need to change our mindset and move it to a place where real investors and those people that are really making good money, and learn how are they doing that, and start to follow people that are going to add a lot of financial sense into our minds. There's a lot of people that are giving financial education for free. Maybe it's about time we start following those people and learning on how to build generational wealth. Because if we keep on giving money into these schemes, it's going to be 10 years, it's going to be 15 years, 20 years, and then you still have nothing to show, because you are moving from this scheme to this, to the next, to the next, to the next. That is my opinion, and it's not a financial advice. So I'm just saying we need to start educating ourselves financially, so that we don't get to lose our hard-earned money into people that are going to vanish. It's 2020, we're still going to see them, and they're still going to come into our towns promising us 100% in 2 weeks, 100% in a month, or whatever they are promising us that sounds too good to be true. We need to be careful about our money, because we are working very hard for these monies that we keep on losing on year-to-year basis. Maybe if you can just take a step back and look for just the past 3 years, how much have you made from these things that keep on disappearing on month-to-month basis? And if you were lucky, just think of other families that have lost monies just because there were these things. So it shouldn't be about you only. It must be also about the people next to you, people that you love. Okay guys, that is it. Let's try and see what is it that we are good at, so that we can find a way to create a second income to boost our salaries. Thank you so much for following me for the past 5 days. I'm going to be posting a lot of content this year, And yes, so thank you so much. Please follow me on my pages. All my pages are Pelisa Mafunda, starting from YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Thank you so much.